ikhona into ofuna ngiyi-address?
Into engidinayo ukuthi umuntu athi izibali izinto azenzile ebe ezazi. Kule season you didn't consider ama-feelings wami. Waphula izinto engangishilo ukuthi ngicela ukuthi ungangihlanganisi nazo. But wangihlanganisa.
She is one of those.
Kunjalo-ke bengizona update ukuthi bayaphumayo abaphumayo bayosala beyincenga abasalayo.
Angikuboni kodwa iphuma.
Sobona into ebuhlungu yokuthi uyagula right now and it's gonna feels like mhlambe ngisebenzisa lesikhathi just because a week kodwa ukuhamba ngiyahamba. La elungile la engayi-attend inkinga ngaleso sikhathi bese emva kwaloko wenze njani uzozenza into elungile la ngoba vela awuzi-attend izinto uma bekufanele uzi-attend bese uzokhuluma kakhulu la kwi-diary uma namhlanje ungitshela ukuthi ngi-delusional ngoba naku wathi uma khumalo uyakusiza namanje nje uzosho njalo nakunini. Lalela lana webhodi wabantu. Lalela webhodi. Ungalinge nje mina uzongidisrespecta ngoba naku mhlawumbe ngibona ukuthi sowungcono. Bese uzongeyisa mina uzongitshela ukuthi ngi-delusional.
Sanibonani nonke, dumelang and welcome back to the channel where we unpack everything from culture to chaos. To all my subscribers, ngiyabonga, ngiyaleboha. Thank you so much for riding with me. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button because things are getting hectic at the Msalego household. In this explosive season finale of Uthando Nesithembu, Mangwabe Kamli yet family declared this is the last meeting I attend. I mean, we've seen the clip where she said she is definitely leaving. A promise was made years ago that she would be the final wife, but Musa's talk of number 5, shattered that bond. Mangwabe said a goodbye like a woman who has already left the building. I mean, this whole season, Mangwabe has been telling us that she's leaving. But in the final meeting, she makes it clear that this is the last meeting, and she says because of the broken promise that Musa did. And I feel like it's bringing number 5 is a confirmation that Musa has released her to go and do whatever she wants, like in terms of moving on with her life. You know, we saw in that clip where she reminded Musa of the agreement that they made together and the promise that now lies in pieces, to say Musa doesn't consider her feelings, and that she put her into these things where they had their own promises, but Musa didn't even consider her, but she wanted to pull her into the issue of her accepting number 5, which is very unfair. And I'm not sure, of course it's fair for Mangwabe to leave, but at the same time, guys, for me, family is everything. Even if problems are there, may we try and solve them if we can and stay together. I really love this family as a whole. I mean, all of them are a unit, and I hope number 5 coming in won't break that. Let's talk about Umayeni, the clip that we just saw at the end where she was confronting her husband. You know, she wasn't even crying, but it was just fire in her eyes. And when Musa dismissed her frustration by calling her delusional, she snapped back. Not just as a wife, but as a woman disrespected on national TV, you know. Of course, Vele, she didn't cry, because she's past that. She told Musa, Uguti, why is he repeating it again? When she told her, Uguti, the first time when Umakumalo said it, she was hurt, and she told the husband that she was hurt. Musa repeated it again. She told him that she was hurt, and she didn't even attend the dinner because of that. Like the final dinner, she told him, because she was told that she's delusional, she's not going to attend the dinner. And then now again, Musa references good diary session, Uguti, that's why they call you delusional. I mean, what's going on, Musa? Are you trying to ignite a fire between your wives? What's going on? Are you trying to build this polygamy? You know, are you trying to gaslight the situation? Because I mean, Umayeni is tired. She's tired, you know. she's tired of being gaslit and she's tired of being misunderstood. I don't know what Musa's intentions are when it comes to his wives. Because I remember this at the time Mangwabe said that Musa will take something, if they do their own pillow talk in their own home when they are two, she will take it and go and tell the other wife to say so and so said this about you. So now I think it's confirming this, because we don't know what they talk about when he's with Umakhumalo, because now it's like, no wonder they say you're delusional. Like, are you always discussing Umayeni? Are you not going to love your wives individually as they are and try to calm down the situation instead of gaslighting it or instead of making it worse? Hi Musa, I'm so disappointed. Of course, this session was very sad for me, because it was sad to see Umayeni come across as if she's disrespecting her husband on national TV. But guys, I mean, sometimes enough is enough, you know. You get tired of repeating the same thing and not being understood and being called crazy. And to add on to that, he called Mayeni crazy on this episode, on this diary session, to say, no, I want to go. I'm leaving. Please take off the mics. I can't listen to Mayeni. Do you guys still want to listen to Mayeni's craziness? Like, please, Musa, don't do that. Like, be the leader, be the head, you know, but don't take advantage of that position that you have, because your wives are also human beings. They can snap, you know. They're also human beings. They get tired. Blood flows from them. And I remember Mayeni even saying, "Nai, she was born from a family. She comes from a family. She's a human being. She has feelings." But Musa doesn't seem to understand that, you know. And then I also heard one of his wives, or maybe Simangwabe and mine, both of them saying that Musa, if there is a situation, he steps on it, he doesn't want to attend to it, he'll tell you that the past is gone. But guys, does the past really go if you don't apologize to someone? Because people might forgive, but they won't forget. And if you keep on piling it and putting a bandage on a wound, it doesn't solve the situation. It actually makes it worse. So now my question is, the way Mayeni is so frustrated, who will leave first, Mayeni or Mangwabe? Because both of them are frustrated, but with the way things are going, I can see that Mayeni will go back to Oshaben, because it's tiring, you know. As a wife, even if it's 4 wives, give them the attention that they need. You know all their characteristics, you know what they like and don't like, so just give them the love. It can never be the same. It could be equal in terms of the time, giving them that attention, but you know their needs, you know how they behave, you know what they like and what they don't dislike. Don't try to put your first wife as a benchmark, because she's a different character in herself. That's why you married the 4 of them, because you liked their individual characters, not that you wanted to marry someone who behaves like a first wife, Umacele. Because you don't know whether Umacele behaves like that for her own personal reasons. She's her own person, you know, and she can do what she wants, you know, to achieve anything in a marriage. So treat them as individuals and not benchmark a Umacele to be the benchmark to say they should behave like her, you know. And we could see that Musa, even in this diary session, he was confident, and calm and completely unapologetic. You know, when faced with the breakdown of his household, he didn't retreat. Instead, he said, "Those who want to go can go." I mean, that's what he said in the diary session, that those who want to go can go. Wow. But what puzzles me is that at the end, it's like, no, those who want to go can go, but I won't stop begging. Like, begging for what? Don't even say the first statement, just beg. Because if you say those want to go can go, what does it mean? I remember even Mawande, apparently she asked her dad to say, "Dad, what did you mean in the diary sessions to say, mom can go, those who want to go can go, so like we'll continue with our lives even if you're not there." I mean, your wives, you've stayed with them for more than 15 years, and is this how you talk about them on national TV? What about the people outside? And we've been blaming Usne for going to podcast and talking about the family, but the dad, who is supposed to be a leader, also talks like this in front of national TV. I know, Musa. I was really disappointed. You know, instead of taking accountability, Musa held on to his ego. No apologies, no reflections, just plans to add another wife. It's like this season he's fired by wife number 5. I mean, I can't blame him. But I do, though I blame him. Because even if you're introducing wife number 5, don't forget the other ones who've been there for you. They've been there for you. I remember they were saying that they were with you before the Tando Nestem and before you made man. Please don't treat people like that. Remember where you came from. So you've come a long way with your wives. For you to stay with them so many years, it says that they have something, they added value to your life. But now it's like you're always blaming, no, Umangwabe is rude, Umangwabe controls men, Umayeni is rude, Umakhumalo doesn't listen to me, please. What happened? Introspect. If it means going for therapy, go for therapy or seek advice from the elders to tell you what to do. For me, that's just wrong. Of course, you're taking a wife number 5, but what promises did you make to Umangwabe? Sometimes I don't blame her for leaving or for being, for acting the way she's acting, because you promised her something. So she made a decision based on you promising her that she's the last wife, you won't take another wife. Of course, some will say, no, it is right as a polygamist. But me, I think, and the others, 1% will say it's emotional intelligence. Not considering other people's feelings, especially your wives and your family. So it's scary, because even in the dinner table, he was asking his wife to say, okay, tell me what I did wrong this season, so that I can rectify it. When they said it, he was just dismissing them to say, no, but you are the one who did this, you are the one who did that. He was not even fixing anything. He was actually adding fuel to the fires. So I wish that Musa can find elders to guide him on how to handle this polygamous situation. Even if it's not a polygamous marriage, I feel like people should move, what's the word? Move together as a collective when it comes to marriage. People shouldn't be selfish. They should consider each other's feelings, irrespective of whether you are the woman or the man, so that you move in line, unity. So we don't know whether he still has that thrill of building a legacy, or he's just in this honeymoon phase and enjoying his honeymoon phase with his new wife. For me, I don't blame number 5. It's Musa. Musa is the one who's supposed to lead his family. So this was very emotional for me. It was really emotional. The season was really emotional, actually. Because this family, I liked it. All families have problems, but to see them break like this, it's scary, guys. It's really scary. So let's see what the other viewers said, like on the comments, as they expressed it online. And as expected, it was fireworks. One TikTok user said, Mangwabe is not playing. She reminded Musa of his promise and she's holding him accountable. Respect. Another viewer said Mayeni's reaction was justified. Being called delusional for expressing her feelings is unacceptable. And then another user on Twitter said Musa's dismissive attitude is shocking. Telling his wife they can leave if they disagree. That's not leadership, it's dictatorship. I couldn't agree more. One thing's for sure, the viewers aren't sitting on the fence. Mangwabe and Mayeni were praised for standing up for themselves. And Musa, the streets are saying he needs to self-reflect and fast. Yeah, I was watching this other, I think he has done that, this other video online where he was trying to clear the air on how he has been treating his wife, especially Umakhumalo, especially with the pregnancy issue, because in another diary session he was like, no, Umakhumalo didn't give us what she came here for, which is to give birth to children. So she should be grateful that she's in the Mzaleko household, and the Mzaleko household has made her big. So people are like, why would you say that? Like, what would you say that? So now I was trying to say, no, guys, you didn't hear me well. I didn't mean it like that. But do you even listen to yourself when you're saying things, or you're just selfish and in the moment? Or that's what you do behind cameras. Now that we've caught you, you're trying to come in and cover up the gap. It's shocking, guys. It's really shocking. But I just hope the next season will be better, So let's talk about the bigger implications. One would ask a question to say, is the legacy crumbling? So this isn't just about number 5. It's about broken promises, respect, and emotional safety. If 2 wives feel unheard, what does it say about the foundation of the Mzaleko Empire? Polygamy requires agreement from the start, because if you're going to take a second wife, your first wife needs to agree. On and on and on as you add them. Your second wife, if you're taking a third wife, first and second need to agree. So it needs agreement, respect, and full transparency. We didn't even see that transparency, guys, because this season, he only told Umacele that the number 5 Umakhwela is pregnant, but the others don't know. They're all in the dark. Weren't even married, they don't know. All the other wives, number 2 to 4, are all in the dark. So right now, we are seeing emotional cracks in Musa's kingdom, and no amount of wives will fix that without accountability. It's really tough, guys. So, ladies and gents, what we saw in that final episode was not just family drama, it was a cultural moment. Mangwabe said goodbye. Mayeni's reaction was saying enough is enough. And Musa might have just lost more than he realizes. Let's continue the conversation in the comments. Do you think Musa owes his wives an apology? Was Mayeni wrong for confronting him in front of the cameras, or was it overdue? Let me know. If you enjoyed this breakdown, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with your crew. This is South Africa, and we don't just watch TV, we unpack it. Until next time, stay woke, stay respectful, stay tuned. Bye, guys.